loves. It's Tasha, CEO and Chief Coach at Start Young Financial, and today I want to talk to you guys about the difference between banks and credit unions. And I can't believe that I haven't talked to you about this before. I was meeting with a client the other day, and she was asking me about her banking options, and it occurred to me in that moment that I haven't done a lot of conversations around that, and so I want to make sure that I address it because I actually feel pretty strongly that everyone should be banking with a credit union, and I will tell you exactly why. So first of all, let me tell you what a credit union is and how it's different from a bank. So for the most part, a credit union is very similar to a larger retail bank, but here are some key differences. Number one, a credit union is normally pretty regional, so it doesn't have a lot of the national capabilities and reach that a larger bank would have. So that means you probably have less ATMs that you can bank with, and so when you go somewhere that's outside of your region, you're probably going to be looking at some banking fees. And so keep in mind that credit unions are oftentimes smaller, and they don't always have every single amenity that you may find at a larger bank. However, credit unions are absolutely phenomenal in terms of customer service, and these days I've been hearing a lot of complaining about customer service from big retail banks, especially since most banks are starting to charge monthly maintenance fees upwards of $10 a month, even though you're giving them your money to use. So one thing that I don't like about retail banks is that they're always looking for ways to nickel and dime you. That's why it's called a retail bank. In many ways, it's like a store where they're looking to make money off of you. And so that's why I think it's really important to know your options and to consider joining a credit union. So here's some really awesome benefits of a credit union. Once you join a credit union, you now become a member. And for most credit unions, that means that you have a voting interest in that body. So when they go to make different decisions and things that would impact you, you have an opportunity to voice your opinion. And because the credit union is made up of the members who have controlling interest, your voice is heard. So it's not about somebody somewhere in this big corporate office making decisions for you. It's about the people who have come together to pull their resources and their money to make decisions that they believe are best for them. So credit unions are normally set up as nonprofit entities, so they're not looking to make money off of you. They're more so looking to serve you. That's why the customer service is oftentimes so much better. When it comes to making a decision between a bank or a credit union, for me, it really comes down to being a part of a community. And with the credit union, you can have, if you're a teacher, there's a credit union for teachers. If you work for the post office, there is a credit union for people who work there. You can also join a credit union that's attached to a specific region or area. And so there are oftentimes very specific requirements around joining a particular credit union, and you can often pay an additional membership fee in order to get around that. So sometimes they allow you to do that. What I like about credit unions is that you now become part of a community, right? And it's not about making money. The purpose of the people who work for the credit union is to serve the members. And so I think that is a lot better than being a part of a bank where their main goal is to make money off of you. So when you go into a bank, you might notice they'll ask you questions like, do you have a savings account with us? Would you like to open an additional account? Do you need this and do you need that? You may not realize it, but what they're trying to do is upsell you because they want to give you more opportunities to make them money. So it's not about building the relationships a lot of times when you're working with a larger retail bank. But when you go to the smaller level, working with the credit union, it's all about the relationship. And I've had the opportunity to experience both. And you'll find that the customer service is completely different. The attitudes are completely different. You actually feel like you're a part of a community. You get to know your banker. And I think that is very important to healthy financial sustainability. Being a part of a community and supporting one another, I think, is very important to every financial ecosystem. Not to mention the big banking crisis that happened in 2008, where a lot of these banks were very irresponsible in how they dealt with our money. And because of that, a lot of people's homes went into foreclosure. And what is astounding to me is that these same people are still banking with these same institutions. And I can't figure it out for the life of me. Yes, larger banks have a lot more convenience attached, but there is not enough convenience in the world for me to continue a relationship with a bank that completely disregarded my well-being in offering me a mortgage product that they made money on, but now I lost my home. So I think that's really important, thinking about banks that are willing to participate in predatory practices in order to make money, and that's pretty much all big banks. And so as you can tell, I'm not a huge fan. I recognize that they serve a purpose, and sometimes, you know, you need to be with a larger bank for various reasons, but I would say look for a credit union that offers the different services that you need. In this day and age, you can find credit unions that have a lot of the same amenities as a larger bank, and you're going to be able to build a better relationship with that institution, and overall it's going to end up costing you less money, more than likely. Not to mention that credit unions often have lower interest rates, whether it's about, you know, home loans, student loans, car loans. Across the board, credit unions normally have lower interest rates. So I encourage you to think about switching immediately to a credit union. I think they're so much better than larger retail banks, and I would like to see more people responsibly banking through credit unions. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that that was helpful in helping you make a decision if you wanted to know more about credit unions and whether or not it would be a good option for you. All right, that's all I have for you guys today, and as always, I am your sister in finance, trying to help you make some sense of this crazy financial world that we live in. So I'll talk to you later, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.